What's going on, YouTube? It's yours truly, Rock Combo, aka the Professor on the Sticks. Here we got week 2 of this Mutt season 5, going for the three-peat. We had the NFL draft just happen, so I'm going to be touching on that. That's really what the topic. Oof, look at that big hit. That's really what the topic of this video is going to be about. Is what team do I think had the best draft? Let me know in the comment section below. What team do you think had the best draft and why? And then also, what team do you think had the worst draft and why? So this video, I'm just going to touch on the best draft. I think it'll be an interesting topic of conversation. I'd love to hear what y'all think, because there's a lot of teams with a lot of good, drafts out there, and this draft was very, very deep. So as you can see, I got beat by the press right there. So the team that I think had the best draft is the St. Louis Rams. I'm going to tell you why. Not because they ended up drafting a gay guy in the 7th round. But, however, let's just go over it real quick. The first 4 picks I think were amazing. You had the best offensive lineman in the draft, Greg Robinson. He's just a mauler. Personally saw him in the SEC just demolish everybody in front of him. Then you got the best defensive tackle in the draft. So you're just going big. With those 2 picks were awesome in the first round. And they got those picks, I believe, from trading for so the Redskins could get RG3, which I think the Redskins, if they could do it all back over again, I don't think they would have given that much up for just RG3. And then they get LaMarcus Joyner, who at Florida State, he's like, what, 5'7", however tall he is. He plays bigger than he is. He can line up in the nickel. He can be their little their slot corner and can pass rush off the edge. He's just a gamer. Like, there's some people that it doesn't matter what their measurables are. They're just a football player, and that's what Marcus Joyner is. And then to follow it up with Trey Mason, and they're going full out with Sam Bradford. And Trey Mason is a stud. He's a nice short stacked back. It's hard to bring him down. He has quick moves, and he's a great running back. So. With those picks right there, and getting Michael Sam in the 7th round was good. I mean, he did SEC Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, what can you say? He was a force. I don't believe people say he came out, so he's he fell because all that yada yada. He was only like a 4th or 5th round pick to begin with, and he had a bad showing at the combine. So your draft stock falls. And yeah, I mean, it is a hassle to have to deal with all that media and all that. So I think he's in a good spot though with Jeff Fisher, and I wish him the best. I'm just I get tired of hearing on ESPN everyone thinks he's or not necessarily like him, but situations like that think that the guy is like Pat Tillman or Jackie Robinson. The dude is just gay. So I feel like we praise that just a little bit too much in our society. But that's just my personal opinion. I would do wish him the best. So hope he has a good career. And we'll see what happens. I get the return for a touchdown. But let me know in the comment section below who you think had the best draft. I mean, there are so many good teams with great drafts. I think the Texans, I mean, oh my gosh, did they go big in that draft. Like, with their D-line now, it's stacked. And then the Niners, I feel like, had a really good draft. Drafting that running back from Ohio State, that was a really good pick in the 2nd round. I honestly don't know anything about Jimmy Ward in the 1st. And then, who else did they get? I forgot who else the Niners got. The receiver. I can't think of his name right now. They got a receiver that I like too. Oh yeah, the guy from South Carolina, Bruce Ellington. He's another guy. It's just a gamer. Like, yeah, he has like 4.5 speed, pretty good. He's short. He doesn't have the best route running, but he's just a gamer. He was a good basketball player too, but he just knows how to play the game of football. We're throwing dots. But let me know in the comment section below, how do you think your team did in the draft? I'm so excited. We got Clinton Dix to the Packers. I'm really liking the Packers. They're an awesome team to cheer for. Now they got him and Eddie Lacy, and Cowboys. Dude, there's so many teams that are really good. I'm not completely sold on what the Eagles did, but it's gonna be interesting to see how that turns out. But Chip Kelly they drafted a couple guys from Oregon. And so they definitely know his system, so that's good. So let me know in the comment section below, who do you think had the best draft, who do you think had the worst draft? Tell me why, and how do you think your team did? And what do you think about, my analysis of it, you know, really the first 4 picks I think were amazing from the Rams. You know, anytime you get the best offensive lineman, defensive tackle, really good underrated corner, and then running back, who it's crazy how far running backs drop this day and age. But anyway, so right now it's 29-23. Let's get to finish up this gameplay real quick. I just got to get a couple first downs and the game will be over. He's playing some coverage defense. Nothing's really open. He doesn't have a contain out on the right side, so I'm not going to take any chances. I'm just going to get that first down. And I was able to slide down, make him call a timeout, make him call another timeout there. 2nd 4. He run commits. I felt like he had the trail route wide open. If somebody run commits right there, that trail route should be open right when he's about to break up. And I was able to get the crucial first down, move the chains, get the W. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video.